friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Krystal the Gypsy, and I kind of travel really wherever the wind blows me, really. So today we are in Baltimore, and previously we were in Richmond, so I'll show you Richmond and then meet you back here. Alright, let's see what our room looks like at the DoubleTree at the Richmond Airport. Okay, so you walk in and looks like we have a corner room. Nice. Got a nice big king bed, modern style, kind of like, you know, furniture and everything. Sitting table or desk area. Drawers for storage. You walk in, you got a luggage rack. We do have a microwave, coffee maker, coffee. Looks like we do have a mini fridge. And then behind the door, we have a nice big closet. Plenty of hangers, ironing board. Got the safe down there. Good Lord. And then we do have a full-length mirror to check out your fit. And then, yes, no shower curtain. I hate shower curtains. So it looks like we have a nice big spacious bathroom where the light, that was the fan. It's a nice big spacious bathroom. Nice big vanity mirror. All of the things that you need. We're gonna need more towels, that's for sure. And there's a nice big makeup mirror right here. I like the bathroom. I like the wallpaper on the walls and everything. And then as you come into the room, like I said, nice big king bed. We've got some storage. Oh look, they've kept it open for us. Got plugs on the lamps on both sides. And then you got this nice chair in the corner. Nice big screen TV. And then also on the desk area on the lamp, they've got some plugs. Looks like they got USBs on each side and then one master plug there. And then there's more plugs over there in the corner. All right, now y'all know any part of any hotel stay, one of my favorite things is to see our view. Now we're staying at the airport location here in Richmond, so I'm not expecting anything. I'm actually kind of expecting a parking lot. We're also on the second floor, so if we were a little bit higher, we might even be able to see the airport, but because we're on the second floor, I really just think we're gonna see the parking lot, which is fine. But let's take a look. And just as I imagined, we're actually at the front of the hotel. So we've got a view of the parking lot. And we do have a corner room, so we have a view of the side lot. So, yeah. So we just got into Baltimore from Richmond because it is my birthday weekend. And I am a huge Edgar Allan Poe fan. And if anybody knows anything about Edgar Allan Poe, they'll know that he spent most of his life in Richmond. So we went to a Edgar Allan Poe birthday bash at the Poe Museum. It was a birthday bash celebrating Edgar Allan Poe and like his birthday and stuff. I happen to share a birthday with Edgar Allan Poe. Kind of fitting. I share a birthday with a few famous people, but I think Edgar Allan Poe is probably one of my favorites that I share with. And so we went to the Edgar Allan Poe birthday bash in Richmond. And if you also know anything about Edgar Allan Poe, you know that he is also famous for the Baltimore Ravens are named after him because of his poem. He lived most of his, you know, adult successful life, I should say, here in Baltimore. And he died in Baltimore. His legacy has really lived on and has like, the fabric of Edgar Allan Poe is woven into this city. I mean, there's not a place that you can walk and not see anything related to Edgar Allan Poe. There's a Poe statue. There's a tavern called the Annabel Lee Tavern. We'll be going there tomorrow. That was the very last poem that he wrote. There's so many places around here that have to do with Poe. He's buried here, so we're here for a bus tour tomorrow that I'm gonna take you along with me. And then on Monday is our actual birthday. So now that I've kind of given you the plans of what's to come, let me give you a tour of the room that we're currently in. Now let's check out our room at the Homewood in Baltimore. Oh, we got ourselves a nice little entryway here. Lots of space between the doors, like a hallway. And then, wow. We've got a whole kitchen, full kitchen with a freezer. So we've got a nice sitting area, pull-out couch, I'm sure. A nice desk workstation area with a big screen TV. And then you've got a nice bedroom, separate. It's got its own door and king bed. Love that feature. Ceiling fan. It's got 2 side tables. And it looks like on this side table there is a charging docking station. Looks like it has 2 full-size ports and 2 USBs. And then on this side it has the like clock docking station. And then thermostat, flat screen TV, more storage. And then it looks like we've got a nice bathroom, vanity, nice big full-size mirror. I am in my birthday outfit. We are here celebrating my birthday here in Baltimore. We just came from Richmond because we went to a Edgar Allan Poe birthday bash. So this is my outfit. Got my whole cape, got this beautiful like velvet dress, and then of course, you know, because it's my birthday. All right, and then, so I got the nice big vanity mirror, and then, oh, so we do have a shower curtain and a bathtub, but that's okay. Plenty of towels, shower rack. These are the, those are the lotions and the products. That's the word I was looking for, product. Crabtree and Evelyn. I tend to like that brand. But as you know, one of my favorite things about a room is the view. So let's see this view. See what we're working with. Oh, wrong way. There we go. And it's a parking garage. Oh, we got a partial view of the harbor, though, over to the left side. So we do have a partial harbor view. We'll see that tomorrow morning. But otherwise, we kind of have a parking garage view. And we have a little bit of downtown, looks like. So it's not too bad. So we'll see what it looks like in the morning. Now that you've had a tour, I'm excited. If you've ever come to Baltimore, what Poe things have you done? Because I feel like there's so many things to do. Like, I know that there's the Edgar Allan Poe room at the Enoch Library, which I've been to. There is the Annabel Lee Tavern, which I've also been to. There is something at the Peabody Library, which that one I have not been to. There are murals all over the city, so I've only seen maybe a handful of them. I've been to Baltimore Ravens Stadium for a game because as much as everything about me says that I should be a Baltimore Ravens fan, I am actually not. I am a Steelers fan, which is like Baltimore's arch nemesis, if you know anything about football. And then there's also here in Baltimore, like Poe's grave, which I've been to. He's got 2. I've been to both. And there's tours, and there's Edgar Allan Poe's house that he lived in here with his wife Virginia. I mean, there's so many things. He was originally born in Boston, and then his parents died in a fire. I think it was a fire. Let me know down in the comments I'm right about that, or if that's the circumstances. But I know that his parents died at a very young age, and he was adopted by his aunt and uncle, down in Richmond, Virginia, which is where he spent most of his life, in Richmond, Virginia. And then he at one point went to West Point, and he actually escorted Marquis Lafayette during the Revolutionary War, or like after the Revolutionary War or something. Like, he escorted him somewhere, and then somehow he found his way to Baltimore. So, and apparently, I don't know how true this is either, but apparently he has some kind of connection or ties to Philadelphia, because they have like a claim to him somehow, some way. I'm not sure. Let me know down in the comments about that too. But yeah, so we're staying here, like I said, at the Homewood Suites. Let me know if you've stayed here before, and if you've stayed at another Homewood Suites. This one we've stayed at in the past. It's nice, and it'll do the job that we need it to do. But you can definitely tell that it needs some updating a little bit. But it serves its purpose, and the shower, despite having a shower curtain, was actually nice and hot and had good water pressure. I'm excited to get a good night's sleep and then go on a bus tour tomorrow. So, you guys have a good night, and I'll see you in the morning.
So uniquely to bring you the Raven. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak and weary, over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. "Only this, and nothing more." As my hopes have flown before, then the bird said, "Nevermore."
All right, y'all, we're on our second stop of the tour. The first one was at the Edgar Allan Poe statue, where they recited the Raven. Now we're at the Poe graves, where we're gonna do Cask of Amontillado. So we're just waiting.
Oh, wow. A long time ago, said.
So here is the second site, but this is just more of a monument. It pays to wear a tiara. Somebody asked to take my picture because I share a birthday with Edgar Allan Poe.
This Fortunato had a weak point, although in other regards, he was a man to be respected and even feared. He prided himself on being a connoisseur of wine. I was so pleased to see him. "My dear Fortunato, you are luckily met. Only today I have received a cask of your beverage of choice. At least it is purported to be a cask of Amontillado." A cask? Amontillado? A cask in the middle of Carnival? Impossible.
All right, so we finished up the second one, which was the Cask of Amontillado, and it's one of my favorite stories. Our chariot awaits. So this is the Annabel Lee Tavern, in memory of, well, inspired by Edgar Allan Poe. And when you walk up this way, there's all kinds of like nods. Like, and the artwork is just gorgeous. I am drinking ale today. And then, "For the moon never beams without bringing me dreams of the beautiful Annabel Lee." And then there's even a mural on the side of this building. But yeah, the Annabel Lee Tavern. I've eaten here. It's pretty good, actually. And the aesthetic is beautiful. I'll take you inside here in just a second.